Winners and losers of 2024 from Joe Rogan to Kevin Costner. Here's who won and lost this year in entertainment. Zendaya, Will Smith, Katy Perry, The Penguin, and more. One, Zendaya and other former child stars.
I mean, she's doing good for herself, so I can't hate on that
don't
one.
think she's that good of an actress, though.
I didn't say that she was good. I'm saying that she's doing good for herself. What is the metric behind this? You know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean, she's doing good for herself. But 4 stars who got their start on Disney Channel, Nickelodeon are on quite a hot streak. Zendaya, emotional core of a blockbuster, Dune Part 2,
I
and
wonder
The Challengers.
if how much of her appeal
globally
is that she's I wonder how much of her appeal is that she's dating Tom Holland. I wonder like how much of that plays like a role into it.
Are they still?
I think so. I don't know.
I
don't really care, to be honest with you. I was just
beleaguered HBO hit Euphoria is back on track to shoot season 2 of that came out.
Wait, there was a season 2 of Euphoria?
Yeah, what the fuck? And she's been casting Christopher Nolan's next movie. Sources say it's something grandiose, intellectual with a bombastic orchestral score. Wow. So like every Christopher Nolan movie, grandiose.
Hey man, don't hate on Christopher Nolan.
I'm not.
Good movies.
I'm not. It says Christopher Nolan's next movie is. They say it's something grandiose yet intellectual with a bombastic orchestral score. Give me one Christopher Nolan movie that's not grandiose, intellectual, and has a bombastic orchestral score. Every Christopher Nolan movie has that.
Yeah, no, you're right. I can't think of one.
Exactly, they all have that. A year ago, you would have guessed Ariana Grande and Selena Gomez would be contenders for Oscar nominations. I don't know about that. Selena Gomez probably win an Emmy for that TV show she does with Martin Short and Steve Martin. Only Murders in the Building, I think. Both have solid odds thanks to their stellar performances in Wicked, which Wicked actually did really it's doing pretty good. So, maybe
I have to say I've seen that the critical reception is actually good with that movie. So, yeah,
it is. I'm not going to see it because I'm not going to be a straight white man going to see that by myself.
I'll watch it when it comes out on streaming.
Maybe. I won't. I despise musicals. There's a couple musicals I do like, but most of them I despise.
You ever seen the Shrek musical?
No.
Don't watch it.
If you consider movies that have music in them, like if you consider the original Lion King a musical, then I like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's a musical though. Like there's like a difference.
People say it is though.
Mm.
People say it is though. If you consider the original animated
Lindsay Lohan's back?
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan comeback is looking real with the actress starring in Netflix's Christmas comedy Our Little Secret. And she's in the Freaky Friday sequel, which I don't care about. Lost, Kevin Costner and Francis.
What happened to Kevin Costner?
He did Horizon, which the second one was already supposed to be out, and nothing happened.
Oh, okay.
And also, I think a big problem here for Coppola was he created Megalopolis, which is a pretty terrible title. He sold his vineyard to make it.
Why would you make that a title though? Like that's a stupid title.
It flopped and people called it Megaflopolis like really quick. People really appreciate a filmmaker who pursues a challenging passion project and takes a personal gamble to deliver a daring vision to theaters, except of course when their projects are cruddy. Coppola sold his wine company and bet more than $100 million to make a baffling film with a terrible title, Megalopolis, which only grossed $12 million globally.
Wow.
But at least Coppola only tried to make one movie, whereas Costner likewise ditched his day job, which happened to be the biggest drama on TV, Yellowstone, to try and make 4 movies, Horizon and American Saga, 2 of which might never get made after the first grossed only $31 million in theaters. I liked Horizon, but it felt like I watched the first couple episodes of an 8-episode TV show.
Horizon was okay.
Honorable
What did
mention.
Clint Eastwood do?
He made what's probably his last movie in Juror 2. I did not see Juror 2, but I heard that everything you see in the trailer is basically the movie.
I mean, bro's 94, so like, gotta come a little slack.
Well, he's the director.
Oh, okay.
People agree that it's really good. It ranks as his highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes with 3 decades, and Warner Bros. Wouldn't even give his film a couple hundred theaters and some TV ads. They're going to have a security kick Eastwood off the studio lot with cardboard box in hands too. The studio claims they secretly always meant the film to be for Max, as if that makes it better. It adds to Warner Bros. Reputation that they pick out certain creatives to beat with the tire irons. Unless they're J.K. Rowling. Yeah, they love her, but not really. One, Joe Rogan and podcast disruptors. Absolutely. I would say most people watched.
In terms of audience capture, sure.
I would say most people like this has been one of the best years for podcasts and YouTube in general. I don't know anybody who doesn't watch YouTubers and podcasters.
Well,
this is just facts. Joe Rogan seemed like a kingmaker this election cycle. His 3-hour normal-ish sounding podcast interview with Trump 1 week before the election became Apple's most popular podcast episode of the year and YouTube's most watched election-related video, which I have to point out was not on trending YouTube.
All right. May I also make a comment on that too? He didn't ask him anything like super tough though.
Bro, that's the point. He did ask him some tough shit, but he was trying to fucking talk to him. Their sit down was even cited by some voters as they exited the polls as helping make their decision.
Joe Rogan's podcast did not sway it because people were already going to vote for Trump no matter what happened anyway.
I don't know. I know a couple people that said after I watched Trump actually talk like a regular person, they voted for him. Well, Kamala Harris going on Rogan wouldn't have saved her campaign either.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my whole point.
But her team's decision to not make Rogan's show a bigger priority now looks like a misstep. Absolutely.
Nah, because
yes, it
the
was.
Audience that
we
follows
knew that
podcast.
In the beginning. No, it doesn't matter because all of her followers would have gone and watched that podcast if she was on Joe Rogan.
All right, but I'm telling you, she would not have gained a single new fan.
You're right, Roman. She wouldn't have because she wouldn't have anything to say. She would have probably lost people.
Dog.
She was foolish.
Dog. Trump says nothing, but he has charisma when he says things.
So
he don't say anything either.
But yes, he did. There was quite a few things that he actually spoke on. Kamala Harris you're right. She has no charisma.
People don't like her. Trump doesn't say anything. He just talks like he says things.
But if that makes sense. We also have to say here, the Hollywood Reporter, who has been one of the biggest fucking woke advertisers for the past years, is actually admitting here that Kamala Harris was going to lose anyway. And Kamala Harris going on Rogan wouldn't have saved her campaign, but her team's decision to not make Rogan's show a bigger priority now looks like a misstep. Rogan has bragged that his format is superior to traditional TV, which I would agree with, the traditional TV interviews, during what feels like every podcast he's conducted for the last decade. This year, he proved it. And yes, he does repeat himself a lot, because when you're having a conversation with a real human being, as opposed to a scripted conversation, you actually repeat yourself. Because if I'm having a conversation with Roman here on the podcast about some of the points that him and I like to talk about, and then I go, let's say, to one of my friends, or I'm talking to somebody at work, and we're having the same conversation, I'm going to repeat said points about the same topic. So yeah, he would repeat himself. That's how you do it. And I'm pretty sure Roman and I repeat ourselves on certain topics pretty often on here.
I mean, we have quite literally had the same like 8 conversations just with like different variations over like the last 108 episodes. So yeah.
Exactly. Charlemagne the God, Theo Von, Club Shay Shay, and Ben Shapiro, and even Bill Maher snarked their way into renewed relevance.
Bill Maher has not been relevant since like 2005.
Lost, the Joe Biden Kamala Harris cheer squad.
The what?
Look at Mark Ruffalo, dude. He looks rough. The Joe Biden Kamala Harris cheer squad.
What is that? Like the celebrities?
All the celebrities. But look at Mark
Ah,
Ruffalo, dude. He looks rough. Damn. It's not the fault of
I've seen
celebrities
worse.
that Harris lost, though some think their endorsements might have backfired. But spending your fandom's goodwill to go hard for a candidate who then loses is always a bit embarrassing. And the list of celebs that went all in for Harris is long, particularly in the music industry, such as Beyonce, more on her later, Taylor Swift, Eminem, Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion, and Charlie XCX, who I haven't even fucking heard of in years, so I don't know how she's considered popular. The most unfair post-election barbs have been directed at George Clooney, whose infamous New York Times essay about Biden's apparent cognitive struggles simply pointed out what was painfully obvious to everybody who wasn't a donor wrangler, Jeffrey Katzenberg, who came across like he was propping up an inert Biden and waving the president's arms for checks. Runners up, late night host Jimmy Kimmel, John Oliver, and Stephen Colbert. Not sure when late night hosts became the self appointed moral guardians of our republic, but there was a lot of self righteousness on display in this trio's pre election episodes. I would say they're righteous, self appointed moral guardians. They've been doing that for the past, since before COVID. That's literally since COVID, they've been doing this. Specifically, Jimmy Kimmel and
What are
Colbert.
you talking about? It was
John
even like
Oliver,
before that.
I don't think anybody. That's what I'm saying, dude. They always think that they are the moral high ground on everything.
No, bro, it's not even it's the moral high ground. It's all like a bunch of BS because like they value this like stupid want that like the Democrats and Republicans can be friends with each other and that like there will be like, bipartisanship in Washington. But the reality of it just does not like exist. They have this hard on for like, bipartisanship that just is not a thing. So, yeah. That's just my whole take on that.
Bro, it's funny. Rolando says, bro, it's funny how some people say Charlemagne is saying being woke doesn't work. But what he's actually saying is that they need to change the way it's said. Yeah, he's still for the woke shit. Yeah, I agree. Charlemagne the God is like a moron. He's always been a moron. He's been a moron since he thought it was a good idea to get into a fucking beef with Eminem back in the day. He's an idiot.
He's the host of Breakfast Club, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, Rolando, that is true. I heard Horizon was okay, but he's a bitch for calling the Native Americans indigenous instead of Injuns. Yeah, that was like so historically incorrect. Because all of them
Who
would have been
cares
calling them.
though, really?
If you're making a if you promote this movie as historically correct, then you should make it historically correct.
Is every piece of historical media 100% accurate though?
No, but that is a simple thing. They would never have called them the indigenous back then. If you want to really show how these people treated the Native Americans, which they get into, like you even have the guys that are out there hunting down natives and scalping them, calling them the indigenous. Like the most fucked up people in that movie are these indigenous, and it's like no, they would be calling them every racial slur under the fucking sun because they hate them. They don't think of them as human. They wouldn't be like, well, they don't prefer to be called Indians, so we should probably call them indigenous to at least be a little bit respectful as we murder their wives and children and cut their scalps off. Like,
Who's what were we on? We were on the
even
we
my
were on the
mom, who
losers.
like loves Native American history, she was like, what? Exactly. What did you say, Roman?
I was saying, what's up next is the point that I was making.
Also, real quick, just because I want to keep chat involved. Rolando, yeah, they would have called them a racist thing, not be respectful when they talk about them. Exactly. And it wouldn't be right to insert the line "skibbity riz" into a World War II movie. Using the right language and terminology helps people get invested in this story because the world feels authentic to the period. Agreed. I don't think it's right to inject skibbity riz into fucking anything. Musical movies.
Unless you're, I mean, if
It
they
was a
say the
great year
Joker
for
2 one, like, I'll say,
wait. It was a great year for song-filled movies not about the Joker. Wicked, of course, but also One Love.
okay, cool.
One Love I heard was great. I didn't get to see it. Moana 2 I didn't see. And even the Mean Girls reboot didn't do shabby. All of which bodes well for upcoming projects, like the Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown, like Robbie Williams, Better Man, the Michael Jackson
Oh,
biopic.
there was a Michael Jackson movie coming out?
There is, yeah. And Wicked too. And should grease the wheels for the many, many biopics in various stages of development and production, like Ridley Scott's Bee Gees biopic and others based on Janis Joplin, Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra will be really interesting because
Sinatra's getting a movie?
he had a lot of mob ties, so that would be really interesting. And Bruce Springsteen, which I don't care about the Bruce Springsteen one. Like all genre trends, 2024's movie musical success is a sign of permanent audience interest and fatigue.
Hold on. You're not hating on Bruce Springsteen now, are you?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Bruce Springsteen.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Come on, man.
No. He doesn't do it for me.
Born in the USA.
You sound exactly the same. He doesn't have any range.
Thanks, pal.
Not you, him.
Oh, I thought you said you.
No, like you sound exactly the same singing both of those songs because you're impersonating him, which he doesn't have any range. All of his songs sound like no, not a minute, no.
Okay, actually, you're not wrong. Actually, at least Freddie Mercury could like change vocal tones whenever he like needed to.
Like it's literally all the fucking same. I don't like Bruce Springsteen. Sorry.
Okay, that's a fair point. All right, fair enough. I see your reasoning.
Really have. Like I'm cool if people like him. I don't hate on him, but I don't like him. Everybody involved with the Penguin.
So the Penguin was a huge win, bro.
Hell yeah. HBO needed another win this year between a stultifying season of House of the Dragon,
the
cancellation of Tokyo Vice, and it's dreary. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard stultifying.
Hold on, what does that
dreary mean? Dune Magic Nuns show. Dude, whoever is writing this article is fucking based. Dune's Magic Nuns show. That's
stultifying. Tending to stifle enthusiasm, initiative, or freedom of action.
Yeah, I would say that if House of the Dragon wasn't stifled by HBO as a whole.
Well,
By
no, the season
but
was good, but the
yeah,
finale was mid.
well,
That's what happened.
That's why, because it's not supposed to be the finale. It wasn't supposed to be the finale. The finale was supposed to be episodes 9 and 10, which is the most expensive episodes of any Game of Thrones show and or spin-off ever. So yeah, they fucked that. But DC needed a win because of nearly everything they've made in recent memory. The Penguin was supposed to be oh yeah, that's a sentence. DC needed a win because of nearly everything they've made in recent memory. Yeah, because everything sucked. The Penguin was supposed to be a limited series to hold the Batman fans over until the Batman Part 2. Instead, the show scratched that post-Sopranos itch for HBO to return to the mob drama genre and cast a much wider audience net than anybody expected, becoming the
Well, it's
streamer's
not going to
third
scratch the
biggest
itch.
first season show ever.
Sorry.
Colin Farrell and Kristen Milioti gave Emmy-worthy performances, and executive producer Matt Reeves will likely get a blank check to create more content for the IP. Insatiable WB.
I gotta tell you, the Batman got pushed back to 2027, so I'm all for a season 2 of Penguin.
Oh yeah,
The Batman got pushed back to 2027, so yeah,
lost.
I'm cooked.
Everybody involved with Joker, fully ado.
Okay, before
Everybody
we
involved
speak
with
on this,
Joker
Roland,
too.
I tried, but I could not handle this. I just couldn't.
Star Wars Dog, Merry Christmas!
Star Wars Dog, what's happening? Is your mom's name Harley? By chance, Crimson or?
Rolando, Sarge, we got a skibbity Riz over the beach, for real, for real. You heard?
You heard?
Yo, them Nazis don't got no Riz. We can take them.
Those Nazis don't have any Riz.
No, those Nazis don't got no Riz. You heard?
We have to let the Nazis mew.
Them Nazis is gooning up there. Okay, anyway. Weirdly,
Yo, Hitler a phantom tax.
the Penguin and the Joker tried the same thing. Do Batman without Batman by focusing on an iconic villain. Make him seem like a real person in a gritty urban hellscape. Then add a strong female co-lead and some time in Arkham Asylum. While HBO's Flightless Bird soared, Folie à Deux was so difficult to endure that one critic accused writer-director Todd Phillips of making the film bad on purpose. The movie's budget was a baffling $200 million for a film that basically took place on two sets and eventually grossed $200 million globally, which doesn't come close to recouping the film's cost. And even global superstar Lady Gaga couldn't salvage things. The great Joaquin Phoenix didn't help his reputation by also flaking on Todd Haynes' untitled gay romance movie, and Warner's largely escaped Joker 2 blame after some, but anybody would have greenlit this sequel. Stories from Us Too. See, they even call themselves out, From Us Too. But even if Phillips had made Titanic, you don't greenlight Titanic 2 as a steampunk martial arts movie set aboard a lifeboat, which still sounds more fun than watching Folie à Deux again.
All right, so what I'll say is that they should have left Joker at one movie.
Yes.
Because a lot was left up to interpretation, and then okay, if you don't want to be spoiled for Joker 2, even though none of y'all care, tune out for the next 10 seconds.
I think everybody's already knows how bad the movie is. I don't think anybody cares.
He was never actually Joker.
Exactly.
So which just kills the first movie. And
I just like how snarky this writer is, which still sounds more fun than watching Folie à Deux again. A Titanic 2 is as a steampunk martial arts movie set aboard a lifeboat.
low key, that does sound fun, actually.
Still more fun. That sounds more fun than this movie. Runners up were Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, and Sony's Spider-Man universe.
I feel bad for Aaron Taylor Johnson, though, bro.
Yeah, but he's going to be in 28 years later, and that movie looks like it's going to slap.
Hey, hey, Venom 3 is not that bad. Okay? Hollywood
Sure, it's not.
reporter. I will defend the third Venom
Ask
movie.
ask the box office. Honorary
I don't
mentions
care
are
about the box office. It
Borderlands,
was good. Okay?
the Eli Roth sci-fi action comedy cost at least $100 million and eventually grossed $33 million globally. The
I
saddest
forgot
part,
Borderlands even
at
came
least
out
people.
this year.
Yo, the saddest part, at least people have heard of Madam Web. Yo,
I forgot
dude,
Borderlands came out this year.
they're taking fucking shots. At least people have heard of Madam Web. That's fucking funny. Yeah, because no one even knew Craven was coming out until it was out, and then people forgot about it instantly.
Because Craven was supposed to come out last year, but it got pushed back until this year.
Yeah, but what normie even knows who Craven the Hunter is?
No one does.
Everybody only knew about Madam Web because of the actresses in it. Because you had what's her name from fucking Grey. Grey. You had what's her name from 50 Shades of Grey? Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
You had Dakota Johnson and you had Sydney Sweeney. Literally, you put Sydney Sweeney in anything right now, people are gonna know about it because she's smoking hot. That's the reason.
They should have put Taylor Swift into fucking Madam Web. It would have made like $1 billion.
One, Chappelle Roan.
Chappelle Roan is okay though. She's not like she's not a superb artist, you know?
I don't even know who that is. Incredible year for pop music. Yeah, Roan arguably
Billie Eilish is overrated as hell. I'm sorry.
Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess. Yeah, Billie Eilish sucks. Uplifting social media story to go along with it. Videos like the one below endlessly circulated for Roan, going from busking her something.
I'm not a super fan of her songs, but like can't hate on Taylor Swift, bro. She's massive, so.
I don't
Drake taking an L in here, so. Katy Perry, what happened to her?
Perry lost. Not so fast. Katy Perry, like the Kevin Costner of music, Perry quit her American Idol day job, though Idol is no longer landing Yellowstone numbers to be sure, to launch a comeback album that some views must have been made by AI. The album was titled 143, which might as well have been its position on the Billboard chart for all the blowback she got. According to Illuminate, the total album sales and streaming consumption of 143 was 100,000, compared to, for instance, Rome's 2.2 million.
What?
Lead single Woman's World was an extremely on-the-nose feminism anthem in every respect, except for that choice of Dr. Luke as producer. Look, this doesn't feel great. We're rooting for her Dance Party Tour next year to be a success, as well as her next comeback album.
She's not going to have
Aliens.
Did you see that movie? Was it good?
At the box office, there was Alien Romulus Resurrection. I did see that movie. I talked about Alien Romulus. I said it is an alien movie that existed.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I think they just mean aliens in general. Because at the box office, there was Alien Romulus resurrecting the Alien franchise and A Quiet Place Day One, once again proving the star power of Lupita Nyong'o. On the small screen, there was Hulu's hit No One Will Save You. And in the unscripted space, there were several documentaries about the UAP phenomena across various streamers such as Netflix, The Manhattan Alien Abduction, Investigation Alien, and MGM's Beyond Aliens and the Unknown. Yet the most riveting alien-inspired streaming content lately has been courtesy of Congress and its two bipartisan hearings highlights from last year and this year. Fuck yeah, I watched both of them with former Pentagon officials and top military whistleblowers being questioned by the likes of AOC and Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert is the GOAT, by the way, with this alien shit. Apparently, it only takes the possibility of actual extraterrestrials coming to Earth to inspire a public display of bipartisan unity. Yeah, because Lauren Boebert's whole thing was that it's just this is a human matter. I don't give a fuck about politics with this.
Didn't she also give Sloppy Top in a theater in front of kids?
Who knows?
FX.
One
Yeah,
FX.
I guess.
How will this
Go
literally
gone.
very specific cable TV brand fare after being swallowed up by Disney's empire? Just fine. FX chief John Landgraf's big bet on Shogun paid off by winning a record 18 Emmys. Fargo returned to its best season in a few cycles, and I would disagree with that. It was very on the nose with shit, but I would say that Fargo was season 5 is better than season 4. I wouldn't say a few cycles. Season 3 is still better than season 5. But The Bear remains a hit even in its pretentious third season, played by an SNL parody of itself, which viewers saw right through with a plummeting Rotten Tomatoes audience score. Imagine what Landgraf could do with an Apple TV Plus budget. Speaking of which, Lost, Apple TV, and Apple Studios.
Good. Screw Apple.
You can't buy a PC these days without being offered 3 months of Apple TV as a free topping. Their ubiquitous subscription giveaway is like those incapable Bed Bath & Beyond 20% off coupons of the 2000s. This year, Apple even started selling its streamer through Amazon Prime Video, which must sting their pride a little. Reportedly, Apple spent more than $20 billion since 2019 to build its original content library, yet averages less than 1% of the U.S. screen viewing. On the film side, Argyle, terrible, and Fly Me to the Moon underperformed, and the star-studded Wolves was yanked from theaters. On the TV side, did you even hear of The Big Door Prize? Kindred Spirits?
Who?
Schmigadoon? That sounds like a fucking racial slur. And Time Bandits. I knew they were making a Time Bandits, but I didn't even know that there was the TV show came out. Not the movie, the TV show. Make or Break, Constellation, all were canceled, and you didn't notice one of those shows wasn't real. Schmigadoon, yeah, it's probably the one that wasn't real. Wait, it says amazingly, it wasn't Schmigadoon. Dude, whoever's writing this shit is fucking hilarious. The thing is, we love the idea of the world's largest company throwing its pocket change to creatives to make lavish and illiterate content. We just wish their shows were a Schmigadoon better. I want to know what the fuck Schmigadoon is. One, Nicole Kidman and actresses of a certain age. Kidman had an incredible year, a #1 Netflix show, Perfect Strangers, a Best Actress win at Venice Film Festival, Baby Girl, and another season of Lioness. Meanwhile, a surprising number of other AARP-eligible actresses gave, in the eyes of many, the best performance of their career this year, such as, long list alert, Demi Moore, The Substance, heard about that. Pamela Anderson, The Last Showgirl, heard about that. Tilda Swinton, The Room Next Door, didn't hear about that. Amy Adams, Night Bitch, didn't hear about that. Marianne Jean-Baptiste, Hard Truths, didn't hear that one. June Squibb, Thelma, Julianne Moore, The Room Next Door, again, you put that in twice. And Carla Sofia Gascon, Amelia Perez. I did hear about Amelia Perez. One, Will Smith. It's probably true that Trump could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and be forgiven by his supporters, but also Will Smith can walk on stage during the Oscars and slap presenter Chris Rock hard across the face for telling a joke in his movie. Bad Boys Ride or Die will still make $400 million at the global box office. Plus, Smith started inking deals again for new projects and thrilled Coachella with the surprise performance of the Men in Black theme song. America and Hollywood, both such forgiving places. Unless you're Gina Carano, of course, who's apparently a monster. Yo! Yo! Fucking goated. America and Hollywood, both such forgiving places, unless you're Gina Carano, of course, who's apparently a monster. Savage. That was a savage one right there.
I mean, I'm not shocked that, Bad Boys
fucking
made like a
great.
ton of money.
Yeah, but just the fact that they're calling out the fact that Gina did nothing wrong. Hollywood Reporter, the ones that reported on Gina doing shit wrong in the past.
You're not saying she didn't do anything wrong. It's just that I think that people
She didn't though. She literally got fired for
call her a
putting pronouns.
monster.
She got fired for not wanting to put pronouns in her bio. I don't have pronouns in my bio.
Why does that matter? Who cares?
That was the real reason. Lost. Cable TV. I could not agree more because nobody watches cable TV anymore. Admittedly, we could have put cable TV on this list any of the last 10 years, but 2024 might have broken the model for good. Comcast announced plans to spin out its channels, including USA, MSNBC, CNBC, and E, into a new vehicle. Warner Bros., Discovery, Paramount, and Disney all took massive write-downs on their value of their channels, and pay TV providers saw their video subscribers fall even faster. It's a sad state of affairs for something that was arguably once the greatest media business of all time. A particular slow clap for MSNBC, which, right in the middle of all this contraction, has been taking fire for its ever vacillating fingers to the wind Morning Joe hosts. Joe Scarborough is The Simpsons. I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords meme come to life. Damn. 1. Taylor Sheridan. Couldn't agree more. Sheridan is starting to become the J.D. Salinger of showrunners. Tucked away from the world on his massive Texas ranch and avoiding all press, his last major sit-down with a journalist outfit was over a year ago with, with us. But he's remained prolific as hell. Yellowstone returned huge despite the loss of Costner, proving once again a hit brand is bigger than any one piece of talent. Sheridan's new drama Landman is getting strong reviews and ratings, even with the cringiest father-daughter content this side of Pornhub. Shut up and make stuff seems to be Sheridan's new strategy, and given how many people he tends to upset when he speaks out, maybe that's for the best. Runner-up is Richard Gadd, whose Baby Reindeer blew up on Netflix, racked up Emmys, and snagged him a next project, even with a defamation suit. Damn. 1. Skeezy streaming dating shows. In the age of dating app fatigue, viewers can't get enough of hot young people falling in love, cheating, splitting up, and rinse and repeat. So perhaps it's no surprise that Love Island USA and Love is Blind all had their most watched seasons this year. Nobody wants The Bachelor's Rose. They want #myperson, or at least
Love
fun
Island was a British show.
In the hideaway, I think it is, and a flood of new Instagram followers. And overhauled Love Island USA in particular came into its own for a 6th season that landed the series in a streaming top 10 for the first time after producers finally realized Americans want their reality TV as filthy as the Brits.
See?
Lost!
I was right.
Star Wars! Another Star Wars film pushed, another Star Wars trilogy announced. Does anybody think these announcements are real and not a money laundering scheme? How many times have we said that on this show? That they're just money laundering schemes at this point. Another Star Wars series that flopped. This one $180 million and generated massive controversy and fan division, some of which was super toxic, but also how many times can Disney blame its audience for not liking what it makes? Oh, shit. The fact that you have the Hollywood Reporter actually saying this shit is pretty fucking big.
I mean, they did say that some of it was super toxic, which is true, but
no, it wasn't. I don't agree with that. What about us saying The Acolyte was trash, was toxic?
Not us, but like there were people that went like super, super, super far with it. Like
you got receipts?
Like super far with it.
Who?
Guys, bro.
Who went super hard with it?
It said as.
How far did he go with The Acolyte?
Well, no, like whoever that bald British dude is, him.
Yeah, what did he go hard about The Acolyte with? He didn't watch it.
I thought that was him that got mad. one of the people in that sphere made it like all about race. Someone did.
The showrunners made it all about race.
The point is,
The actors and
that,
the
like,
actresses, the actress made it all about race when she made a fucking diss track on Star Wars fans that was all about race.
so are you going? My question is that, like, yes, we had criticisms of it, but there are some people who just did not like it because of the actors involved in it.
I didn't like it because of the actors involved in it either. I don't like Amanda Stenberg. She's a bad person. I don't like Leslie Edlund. I did not like it because they hired Harvey Weinstein's former fucking assistant.
That's why I didn't watch it.
That's what I'm saying. So what's wrong with not liking it because of an actor or actress that's in it?
Because there were some people that didn't go past the who they are as people part. That's what I'm saying. People went further than that.
Well, I didn't see ads do that.
Well,
and if you say it's about race, bro, you gotta ask those same YouTubers how they felt about Mace Windu, because they didn't care. They loved them. So it ain't about race. It's about the people.
Uh-huh.
They loved Lando. It ain't about race.
Uh-huh.
It's always the actors and Disney that are making it about race. It's not the fans. Now, we can say, and we should be able to say, that we're tired of you fucking spewing race into all of our shit, because that's not escapism. If you were truly fucking racist, you wouldn't watch Star Wars because you wouldn't like aliens. You wouldn't like different colored people. That's the thing. Yeah, Rolando, I think that's what he is, but I don't remember Az saying anything about that. But I mean, Drinker talked about the same shit. Theory talked about the same shit.
Theory is more broad though with it. Like
Theory was not broad with it. So it's the way he said it. He didn't just outright say this is fucking terrible because the actress is a piece of shit. Like, we watched the clips of them at Star Wars Celebration. We watched the clips of these actors and actresses at Celebration being idiots, talking literally only about race and agenda.
I'm not saying that
we watched Leslie Headland laugh when she said that R2-D2 and C-3PO were lesbians, and how Star Wars is gay, and Star Wars has always been gay, and Star Wars is for the gays.
I'm not saying that they're good people. What I'm saying is that there are a lot of people who just like flat out grift.
Roman, what do you think we're doing?
I'm just saying.
What do you think me reviewing all the episodes of The Acolyte was? That's a fucking
we didn't get any views on those though, which is actually crazy.
We got great views on the Acolyte episodes.
There were people watching it live, but like when they got put on to the second channel, it didn't get any views. But yes,
well, how many views does the second channel get?
Well, it doesn't have as many subs as here, so that is like probably why. But yeah,
some of our most viewed live streams were when I was going through the Acolyte.
True, yes. And
that's a grift, brother.
And I didn't have the displeasure of having to watch it. So I totally feel sympathy for you putting yourself through that.
Oh, bro, I had to watch it more than once. I had to watch it once, and then I had to watch it again to take notes on it. And then I had to technically go through it and watch it a third time on stream.
Yeah. So, yes, I feel absolute sympathy for anybody that watched it. I just I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I feel like
Well, you're always gonna have one or two people that calls a black actress or actor the N-word. That's always gonna happen, but that wasn't a large amount of people. That was not a good amount, and that was none of the YouTubers that are in this space. That wasn't even YouTubers. That was just fucked up people on the internet that do that. And if you can't handle that, don't get on the internet. I'm telling you again, all these celebrities should have played Modern Warfare 2. Because I've been called more words on that as a 9-year-old than and heard more things that people were doing with my mother that I didn't even understand as a 9-year-old. And that's why I can take fucking criticism and be like, okay. And that's why I can have people say the meanest fucking shit to me and I laugh it off. Because of this. Because I grew up with the internet. If you want to get on the internet and you expect everybody to be nice and agree with everything you say, yet you call YouTubers an echo chamber when, clearly we disagree on a lot of shit. We have people in our chat that disagree with us all the time. Like, bro, go into the fucking anime community and tell me that's an echo chamber. Holy shit, you will be so wrong.
Technically, the definition of what an echo chamber is like a group of people who don't want to hear anyone else's point of view.
And that's all these actors and actresses. Because
they're not swayable.
Because as soon as the Acolyte got canceled, they're like, it's all the racist fans' fault. Bro, it had nothing to do with the racist or sexist fans. That may or may not even exist, because if you're racist or sexist, you're probably not watching the fucking Acolyte. You're probably not watching Disney Star Wars. You probably were not watching Star Wars. In general. Like, they don't exist. There might be one or two people. Like, and that was proven when fucking what's her name? Moses Ingram literally said Disney warned her about racist and sexist fans, and she posted like 4 DMs she got, and one of the DMs was racist. And the other two were just like, you shouldn't be in the Kenobi show.
Well, I'm sure she got more than 4, but she probably didn't want to show them all.
I don't think so, because who's going to take the time out of their day to actually fucking DM this person? No, you talk like the true fans just say, this is a shit idea. This is a terrible character. The character has nothing to do with the actor or actress, and that was proven with fucking Rose from The Last Jedi. Nobody hated Kelly Marie Tran. All of the hate was going towards her character. None of the hate was going towards her. And she said that most of the hate that she got was actually from the media. And she talked to Ahmed Best about that, because that's the same reason why him as Jar Jar almost killed himself, was because of the media. It wasn't because of the fans not liking Jar Jar. It was because of the media. And he'll say that to this day, as he did recently on a podcast this past year.
Really fast, to answer your question, I have the new COD downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. I've been kind of busy. Sorry, Roland.
Oh, yeah, dog, I got it. I haven't played it in a while, but I have it. I was playing the fuck out of Warzone a couple weeks ago, and then I played the Indiana Jones game, and I kind of just stopped playing COD for a bit, and then I've just been... dude, I've been run down. It's the holiday season, and I work in retail, so...
I'm really shocked that Kathleen Kennedy didn't get, like, her own spot here.
Oh, well, we're not done yet, but I don't know if she does or not.
She should.
So, yeah, another Star Wars series that flopped. This won $180 million and generated massive controversy and fan division. some of which was super toxic. Yeah, I disagree with that. But also, how many times can Disney blame its audience for not liking what it makes? That's a shot at Disney because every single time they blame the audience when they don't just make stuff that's there. And this is Kathleen Kennedy going, well, you know what? We don't have hundreds of books to take ideas from like Marvel does. Yeah, because you said that none of them were canon, but then you pick and choose and cherry pick all the shit that you want to bastardize. The franchise's new kids show Skeleton Crew is getting good reviews for its first 2 episodes. Has anyone talked about Skeleton Crew?
Theory did,
So,
didn't he?
Theory did for the first 2 or 3 episodes. This past live stream he did was Stupendous Wave, which have actually been really good. I've really like Stupendous Wave is still a great Star Wars channel for actual Star Wars lore. And him and Theory have become pretty solid friends. I used to watch Stupendous before I even watched Theory, before Theory had a channel. And the two of them have connected and become pretty good friends. And they didn't even talk about Skeleton Crew this week. They talked about Superman and comic books.
Really fast, I want to say when it comes to Superman, I'm cautiously optimistic they just better not kill off Crypto. If they kill off Crypto, I'm
God,
throwing
that's the
hands.
thing, dude. Everyone's about Crypto. I'm not a big Superman fan in general. So
Fair enough.
I really could give a shit how this movie does, but I want it to be good for those who are fans of Superman. However,
And that Daily Planet looks fantastic.
Theory and Stupendous and actually Dash Star, if you remember that old fucking YouTube channel,
Yeah,
like
vaguely.
he's coming back, and the three of them have just been having streams where they just talk about actual Star Wars. They talk about the EU, and they're talking about like the love they have of the EU and Star Wars lore and cool behind the scenes stuff with like the making ofs and all that. Like they're not talking about anything Disney because it's boring. Like they're not even talking about Skeleton Crew anymore. Theory still does his live streams for Skeleton Crew every week, but no one really cares.
I mean, if you want to be
And he said
technical, it
that. He
sounds
said
like
that. He's like, bro, no one's watching the streams. The biggest live streams that he got
Skeleton
were
Crew is
from Mando.
overall not like that bad, but like when you have Acolyte come out the same year, anything's better than that, you know?
I guess. But part of the blowback against Lucasfilm's boss, Kathleen Kennedy, is just people being jealous. Who doesn't want to be able to have projects repeatedly stumble and still keep one of Hollywood's top jobs? The rest of us could only dream of failing so successfully. Yeah, right? Every
That's
time she fails.
100% accurate.
Yeah, every time she fails, she's successful. One,
Well, because
Adam
she still
Silver
makes
in the
money.
NBA. The NBA.
No, as someone who watches basketball, Adam Silver sucks.
Okay, so let's see what you have to think about
Sorry.
this. There's only one sports entry on this list. The NBA, led by Commissioner Silver, secured 11-year media right deals with Disney, NBC Universal, and Amazon for an eye-watering $76 billion. When the new deals kick in next year, the NBA will go from having 15 games on broadcast TV to 75. And every single national game will also be on streaming, which the league hopes will lure younger viewers who have no idea what broadcast TV even means.
All right, so actually,
That's a pretty
my
solid
calculator
deal,
out here.
though. I'm not going to lie.
That is a solid deal. But NBA ratings last year on on average, 23 million people watched it. This year, 9 million people are watching the NBA currently. And that's with all of the supposed stars. And it's because Adam Silver is just letting the rules change and basketball is just like becoming like when people think of basketball, they think of Michael Jordan, they think of Kobe Bryant, the super like aggressive basketball players. Now they're all wimps. Now they're all divas, and now all of the stars that people pay to see are always sitting and hurt. So, no, the NBA might be financially winning, but in terms of ratings, they're not winning. Sorry. Nerd rant over.
All right, so I want to answer Dog's question right here. What are the numbers on Skeleton Crew vids compared to other theory vids? Let me share this tab instead.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
actually
got
curious about this too.
Rendar 15K, Dash Rendar 15K, the Jedi Watchmen 12K, Arcajeth 4.4K, Skeleton Crew 26K views. That's just the reaction. Yeah, Skeleton Crew ending theory though, so he's probably just fucking talking shit. 54K on Skeleton Crew episode 4. I think we'd have to go back and actually look at like.
I mean, 165K ain't bad though.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people aren't. Yeah, but he's talking about the live stream numbers. Lucasfilm says Rey is the most valuable character, 161. He waited in line to tell me this. SpaceCon final vlog 54. How Disney destroyed Star Wars 203. Tomb May Concern
Nice.
72. Andor season 2 63. Rey officially gets several movies in production 208. Transparency 124. So I think the highest Skeleton Crew one. Let me go to his
165, I think, isn't it?
Because his lives would be even better because that's where he's got the 39K, 27K for Skeleton Crew, 41K
50K.
for Legends EU, Lucasfilm, Star Wars Theory, Spanish Wave, Skeleton Crew 30K, Dash Star 45K, Skeleton Crew Watch Party Premiere 50K. So the Watch Party Premiere makes sense. Lucasfilm cancels 2026 Star Wars movie 61K. Theory Wave episode 5 52. New Rey Star Wars trilogy announced 78. New Rey trilogy episode 10, 11, 12, 116. Skeleton Crew trailer 53. Disney makes Trans Clone Trooper 127. Discussing Star Wars was stupendous 81. Hanging with the Star Wars community playing fucking Outlaws 24, which is solid for Outlaws. Stupendous Wave 87K.
That video has more viewers than people that actually played that game.
Yeah. Yeah, so like even the Outlaw streams are doing better than Skeleton Crew because you got the Skeleton Crew trailer at 53. You have the first watch party at 50. Episode 3 is 30. That's a 20,000 drop off.
Did people watch the Acolyte though? Either
episode 4 was 27. That's a massive drop off from the original watch party.
Yeah.
From 50K to 27K. All his other live streams do have more views than Acolyte has in weeks. I mean, not Acolyte, fucking Skeleton Crew. In 2 weeks, that's a pretty big drop off for Skeleton Crew. And then the videos themselves, I would
Skeleton Crew even over?
No, but I would say that the breakdowns for Skeleton Crew probably it would make sense that they would have a pretty high one because no one's watching it.
Yeah.
So they're watching his breakdowns of it, but they're not watching the show.
That's kind of how I was with like Acolyte. Like I mean, like
Sam, I was talking to Katie Sackhoff. Like nothing. This is the biggest one he's had in a while. Sam Witwer talking to Katie Sackhoff. 262. The trailer for Vader episode 2, 288.
Bro, I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, it looks fucking sick. And like the ones where he's just Dude, the ones where he just makes a fucking comment like transparency 124, to whom it may concern 72, for my core audience 62. Like they do fucking good. An hour and 48 minutes he waited in line to tell me this SpaceCon final vlog 54.
Did you ever
They sent
did
me
you ever
a
get into
$1,500 Darth Vader costume 124. Well, that's not
wait,
good. Ahsoka season 2 203.
there's an Ahsoka season 2 coming?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. That'll be fun.
Out of his most recent ones, they're not doing bad. They've been posted all 2 days ago.
Did you ever get into the Infuso?
The what?
Okay, yeah, no, you probably never heard of him. He's like a Batman YouTuber. It's just crazy how like all of the people that I watched growing up besides Theory are all gone now. It's crazy.
Bro, I do still watch Stupendous Wave because like his Star Wars content's great. It'll just be like
I'm shocked that he's back. I thought he
Stupendous
left
Wave
the
has been around.
platform.
He never left. Stupendous Wave never left. Dash Star's coming back.
Okay.
But Stupendous Wave never left. I've always been sub to him. Because he just has good Star Wars lore. You want like random ass fucking Star Wars lore? That's like just interesting, like 8-minute vids. Like that's it.
It's perfect because that's also the monetization time too.
And it's a lot of Old Republic shit.
I need fans to like make like a Revan movie. That'd be cool. Maybe that's what Theory should do next. Make a movie about Revan.
Yeah, maybe. Lost, the BBC.
Big Black. Never mind.
There's only one entry about a non-US company on this list. The BBC apologized for its handling of complaints about unseemly behavior by its presenter, Hugh Edwards. The BBC then apologized for an inaccurate story about Nigel Farage's finances. And the BBC also apologized to Strictly Come Dancing contests or contestants in general for abusive behavior on the set. And months later, apologized specifically to contestant Amanda Abington. Still, unlike many U.S. news outlets, at least the British Blunder Concession Network owns its shit. Well, that's true. From a certain point of view. One, Ryan Reynolds, and two other hot actors.
I'm glad the Deadpool
Ryan Reynolds, the former sexiest man alive despite being Canadian, and starred in the second biggest movie of the year with the Marvel rescuing Deadpool and Wolverine, making $1.33 billion, and continues to be a wildly successful entrepreneur peddling gin and cell phone plans. Honestly, it's almost too much. What also makes Reynolds even more special is his genius for playful marketing. Seriously, it's being studied. Yeah, it is actually being studied, but his marketing is really good, which is done with humor and authenticity to break through the clutter. Reynolds' efforts likewise helped Disney get back on top this year, adding on the studio's slew of its hits: Moana 2, Alien, Romulus, Inside Out 2. Runner-up,
is Moana 2
Twisters,
really a hit?
I don't know. Twisters and Hitman star Glenn Powell, secretly grown in Lev, DNA splice from Matthew McConaughey and Tom Cruise, and Nicholas Hoult, who rebounded from his canceled Hulu show The Great into acclaimed performances in 3 award contenders: Juror 2, Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, and Justin Kurzel's The Order.
Speaking of Tom,
I believe that Nicholas Hoult, I have to check this, I'm pretty sure.
Hey.
Yeah, he's in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Listen. Pilgrim, Agatha wasn't that bad. It's not good, but like
Nicholas Hoult was fucking he was in what's it called? Um,
I've heard that name
Mad
before.
Max. He
What
was
is
in
Nicholas
Mad
Holt
Max.
in?
He's in Mad Max.
Oh, that's right.
He's the freaking bald. What a lovely day. Movies and shows. Yeah, I know. He looks like the other dude that's in like Pirates 4. Yeah, Juror 2, Warm Bodies. He's in Renfield. That's another. So 2 vampire movies. Nosferatu.
Is he in Renfield?
He's yeah, he is Renfield. He's in X-Men First
Oh,
Class, Mad Max Fury Road.
I saw
He's
that
in the
movie
new
a long time ago.
Superman. Oh, he's playing fucking Lex Luthor in the new
Cool.
Superman.
Oh, cool. I didn't recognize him.
He's in Deadpool 2. He's in Clash of the Titans. That's funny. I feel like I remember him in that somehow, being a weirdo.
He does play Beast. It's true. He plays Beast.
He does?
Yes.
Word. Well, good for him. Because I'm gonna go see Nosferatu after it comes out. I'm excited for that.
And he played
Won and lost.
He played Tolkien apparently?
Yes, he was Tolkien. That's where I know him from. He was Tolkien in the 2019 biopic Tolkien, which was very inaccurate, but was still an interesting movie. I liked the way that they showed certain things. Like, I liked when Tolkien was in the war and they'd show explosions, but it would be like the Balrog, and then he'd look over at somebody like riding a horse, and it was like a Nazgul on a
I'm
horse.
shocked isn't on this list, Roland. I'm shocked that Jelly Roll isn't here. He's like he has like
he won.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. He won 20. He did good.
Yeah, but he doesn't deserve his fame.
Won and lost. I guess she's the last one.
Beyonce? Fascinating.
Number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart, and became the first time a black woman has ever topped the country album chart. Yeah, that's
true?
fucking weird because I don't think she actually made a country album. I haven't heard of a country album from her, but maybe. The best music I've ever made. Cowboy Carter went down to the charts faster than expected.
What?
The fall off precipitous and potentially unprecedented in the current album release landscape, as one influential country music reporter put it. But it's still great performance, with 1.4 million album units consumed across streaming and sales, according to Illuminate. Came despite Beyonce intentionally not promoting Cowboy Carter with videos, interviews, and tours. But the album was snubbed by the CMAs. But that snub might say more about the CMAs than the album and prove Beyonce's point about country music's treatment of black artists. Well, man, I don't think so. Pretty sure that Lil Nas X's gay ass is still fucking doing great. But she did that Kamala Harris rally, which left tens of thousands.
Is Lil Nas a country artist?
He does do country music, and he's pretty fucking popular with people. But
yeah, true.
She did that Kamala Harris rally, which left tens of thousands of fans disappointed. She didn't perform. But look, Beyonce took a huge chance, broke some records, still had a big hit, and arguably accomplished more with uneven reception of Cowboy Carter, including opening the door for other country artists of color than she ever would have with a pop album. So ultimately, that makes her a winner in our book. Yeah, I think that if there's a few country artists I know of, like, that are of color that do pretty good. But I do know that she actually said at one point, like, well, she got paid like 10 grand to walk up on stage at a Kamala rally and be like, yo, I endorse her. And then she walked off and they were like, okay. Everybody thought she was going to perform, but she did not perform. She was just like, yeah, I endorse her, and left. She just showed up for her paycheck.
I think it was more than that she that she got paid, but yeah.
Oh, even still.
I mean, for $10K, I would twerk on stage, bro.
Well, Megan Thee Stallion did that.
All right, but Megan Thee Stallion, as much as I don't like her,
twerking on stage for the president during a rally.
as much as I don't like her, she actually performed a song, or what she calls performing. She actually performed.
You think fucking 70-year-old fucking white women were like, "Oh, Megan Thee Stallion, can't wait."
You don't know who she is, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
They're like, who? Who? Megan Thee Stallion? Who? Nah, bro. I'm telling you.
Alex Wepper and Chris Gardner and Ryan Gajewski. So they're 4 writers. Well, those 4 writers are pretty fucking based for this article. Some of the shit they said, like calling out the Gina Carano shit, talking about fucking Joe Rogan, literally telling how
an hour.
Joker 2 is just terrible.